Has been so gorgeous. Can't even think about storms, much less talk about them.
But they're going to come back. They've
Sure.
occurred at every month of the year, so they're going to happen. We've had tornadoes in November and December and January, so it's not out of the question. And now we have another tool in our arsenal that can measure the strength of a storm as they approach from the area from the west side. Meteorologist Scott Dimmich is live at the Cincinnati West Airport in Harrison to show us about this technology. Scott?
Tim, as you know, there's nothing more important than ground truth or verification during times of active and severe weather as storms generally move through the tri-state from west to east. And now we have another tool, another place that we can monitor to see whether there's heavy rain, a big temperature drop, or strong to severe winds coming into Hamilton County. I'm joined now by the manager of the Cincinnati West Airport, Will Behringer. You have a lot of student pilots and a lot of pilots that come in and out of this airport. What does that mean for them when it comes to safety and being informed?
Well, pilots have a lot of restrictions weather-wise that they have to pay attention to. So what this system does is this puts the weather in the cockpit with them, so they have real-time live weather to know are they safe to fly in or out of here or transverse through the area if they're on their way somewhere else. And
this is also of benefit to the community, more than just pilots, correct?
It is. Other than the obvious benefits that you have at Channel 12 with your news reporting abilities, we have, like the local authorities here are interested in what direction the wind is blowing, the atmospheric pressure, density, altitudes, and so forth, or if there's a chemical spill in the area. They need to know exactly where that debris is going to go to. It's very useful for them. Air care, can they get in here, things like that.
And I know it's not as busy as the International Airport or Lunken, but you have a lot of tri-state businesses that use this airport on a daily basis and will depend on data from this weather station.
That is correct. The business traveler actually needs this really the most because they're coming from other cities, other states, and they need to know what is the weather doing right now. Can I get in there or can I leave there? So this becomes very important to them.
Well, we thank you very much for your time. And of course, the Weather Authority will have access to minute-by-minute reports from this weather station. It's just one more way that we're staying informed and working to keep you and your family safe. Reporting live in Harrison, I'm Local 12 meteorologist Scott Dimmich.
And if you think about this is really important stuff because we can show you where the greens and the blues and the yellows and the reds are on radar. But not every heavy rain has a strong wind associated with it. So we can tell when those storms are the strongest when they're moving in from the west. It's really, the more of these things you have around the tri-state, the better off everyone is going to be. Plus, if eventually all of this data gets shipped into the model, which creates the forecast, then the forecast gets better because your elements get tighter and tighter together. So your data flow gets much stronger and your forecast should get much better as well.
Scott pointed out that our weather comes from the west, which is what we feel like it does, but this is going to give you the earliest information.
Yeah, most of the time it comes to the west, sometimes from the northwest, but certainly a strong cold front usually pushes through Harrison before it gets into downtown Cincinnati. And then we have other monitoring stations all across the area which give us that ground truth, which is so important in interpreting radar. Let's check